We will be exploring the setup process for automations that transmit key user events from the Bridge consumer app to Klaviyo. This enables the triggering of targeted marketing campaigns based on actual user actions, enhancing engagement and driving higher conversion rates. While Bridge supports multiple automation integrations, this video will focus on Klaviyo, as it is active in the first stage. To begin, navigate to the New Automation button and select it. Enter the automation name. I will enter Klaviyo Events by Bridge. Next, you will need to obtain the Klaviyo API key and enter it. For that, click on the Authentication drop-down. I will select the New Authentication button. Enter your API key. For this demonstration, I have an API key prepared in advance. I'll select it, and here is my API key. Now click on Next. Let's apply additional filters to refine our automation. You can see experiences drop down over here. This displays all the experiences available in your Bridge brand dashboard. You can select or deselect the experiences for which you want this automation to be applied. For instance, if I want this automation to apply solely to the Low Pro Trucker hat, I will select only that experience. I will deselect all experiences and only select the Low Pro Trucker hat. Whenever a registration occurs for the Low Pro Trucker hat, all associated events will be sent to Klaviyo, and this automation will only apply to the Low Pro Trucker hat, not to any other experience. For now, let us select all experiences and click Next. In the action name, choose Klaviyo Integration. As we have only one version for this video, we will select V1 and then click Next. These are the events supported by Bridge Automation. For now, we have a Bridge Registration Initiation event, which includes all of the following sub-events. We have a Bridge Submission event, Registration Approval event, Registration Denial event, Form Submission event, and Review Submission event. You can modify the title of the main events. For example, I will change Bridge Registration Initiation to Bridge Subscription Initiation. Click Save. You can see it get reflected over here. You can also modify the headings for the sub-events. For instance, I can change Location City to Resident City. Thus, in Klaviyo, this sub-event would be displayed as Resident City. You can apply this to the remaining events as well. You can also select or deselect the sub-events. For example, let's say I do not want device data, I can uncheck it. Now, all the remaining sub-events will be sent to Klaviyo under the Bridge Subscription Initiation header, except for the device data. Let's examine a Bridge Form Submission event. The Bridge Form Submission event includes all the data from the previous events, along with additional sub-events related to form data. This event will also include the form module name and associated data such as questions and answers. Additionally, this event is triggered every time a form is submitted. Similarly, in the Bridge Review Submission event, you will find all the details of the review questions along with their corresponding answers. Click Next. If you want to add users to a list, click Yes. If you have a specific list where you want all these users to be added, simply retrieve the list ID from your Klaviyo account and enter it here. If you leave this field blank, a new list called Bridge Customers will be created, and all these profiles will be added to it. If you want to subscribe users to SMS Single Opt-in, select Yes. If you want the form data to be displayed as key value pairs, click Yes. Similarly, for the review submission. If you want to pause automation in case of a failure, you can select an option here. I will choose Yes. We also have a count of the number of failures that will trigger the automation to pause. Here, the default number is set to 50, and I will leave it as it is. If you want to receive notifications in the event of a failure, you can select Yes, and provide an email address where the failure notice will be sent. If you would like to receive an email notification when the automation pauses, you can select this option, which is enabled by default. However, if you prefer to receive notifications for every failure, you can select that option as well. Click Finish. We have automation active now. You can see that there have been 0 invocations, indicating that no events have been sent so far. Now let's go to Experiences. I've set up this experience for you to review all the events shown in the video. I've enabled all the settings in my registration module, including a review module that appears as a form before the registration process. Additionally, purchase details is also enabled. Users are required to submit all their purchase details, and no brand admin approval is needed. As a result, the approval event will be triggered by default. To summarize, all settings are enabled to capture every event, such as initiation, submission, approval, and review submission. Now, let's walk through how a user completes the registration process. I'll give my consent, input my email, and then select Register with Email. Here is the review module, displayed as a form before the registration. I will answer all the questions and then provide my purchase details. These are the questions that need to be filled for registration to process. I will click Submit, and the registration process will be completed. As you can see, the registration has been successfully submitted, and the warranty is now active. Now let's go to Klaviyo. But before we do that, let's go to the Automations tab. We can confirm that 5 events have been triggered today, and this information is accurate. Now let's go to Klaviyo. In Klaviyo, navigate to the Audience section, then select Lists and Segments. You can see that a new list, Bridge Customers, has been created today at this exact time. When you open it, you'll see Sarah Hudson's profile listed here. When you open the profile, you'll see all the events linked to the newly created profile, including user actions like renamed Bridge subscription initiation, review submission, registration submission, and approval. This visibility enables you to effectively track user engagement and interactions.